Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
Residents along the coast of South Carolina brace as Hurricane Ian makes landfall for the second time this week. We look at the historic path of destruction the storm already left behind across Florida. And we take a look at a poll asking about funding for abortion in the state. We have the latest results. Plus, local golfers spend the day on the course. Proceeds from the event help survivors of sexual and domestic violence. Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy. We'll get to those stories in just a moment. But first, the search for a missing Belvidere boy is over. 12-year-old Caleb Hamilton has been found safe. Belvidere police announced that just a short time ago. He'd been reported missing Thursday. Police say Caleb has now been reunited with his family. Now to the latest on Hurricane Ian. The storm upgraded once again from a tropical storm to a hurricane as it set its sights on the Carolinas. The storm left a path of destruction in southwest Florida. About 2 million people are still without power, and search and rescue operations are underway. So far, 21 people are confirmed dead. Morgan Norwood has the latest.
After decimating parts of southwest Florida, Hurricane Ian eyeing a fourth landfall, this time staring down South Carolina's coast, already kicking up rough surf on Tybee Island, Georgia. While the southeast feels the wrath of this storm, Ian's devastation in parts of Florida becoming painfully clear.
We started to see the water coming through the windows. I would say it'd take a few days to get everything clean.
Across the state, hundreds of water rescues.
25 helicopters, 25 boats, and over 1,200 of what we call high water vehicles that can really get into those remote areas through water to help rescue people.
And watch as crews pulled this man from piles of rubble and debris in Fort Myers. His wife still missing. In Naples, the power of water on full display. Further inland, a flooding catastrophe, water swallowing homes and businesses in Orlando's Orange County.
I just want the people of Florida to know we see what you're going through and we're with you. We're going to do everything we can for you.
As Florida races to recover, 1,000 FEMA personnel deployed, supplying millions of liters of water, meals, and hundreds of generators.
There's a lot of people that are going to need a lot of help. FEMA has individual assistance for this community, which is important, but they're only allowed to do certain things, so we really want to enlist the help of the private sector to be able to help us and help people get back on their feet.
Venice, Florida hit incredibly hard. A transformer blew here at this mobile home community, bursting into flames. These homes right behind me burning to the ground. Still, 2 million people across the state of Florida without power. I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Venice, Florida.
A Rockford man faces more than 50 years in prison after a jury finds him guilty of sexually abusing a child. The victim, just 7 years old. Charles Jones attacked the child multiple times between 2017 and 2018 inside a Rockford home. Police learned of the abuse in November of 2018. They were called when the child was taken to a hospital for treatment related to the abuse. Jones is set to be sentenced December 2nd. A Belvidere man is sentenced to nearly 20 years in prison after he admits to making child pornography. Christopher Hearns pled guilty to the charges earlier this week. The 23-year-old recorded himself having sex with a 17-year-old girl. He then sent that video to someone else. Hearns landed a harassment charge, too, after he asked a friend to call the victim and ask if she was going to drop the charges against him. Here at Eyewitness News, we are committed to supporting survivors of sexual and domestic violence. There is help out there for anyone who may need it. You can find a list of resources on our website. Just click on the State Line Strong tab. No one's hurt after a house fire in Rockford this morning. Crews were called to Sharon Avenue near Rockford Memorial Hospital around 10:30. Flames were coming from the kitchen. Firefighters were able to get it under control within minutes. 2 people living in the home were displaced. The Red Cross is helping them find housing. The cause of the fire was accidental. Damage is estimated at $30,000. Now that Roe v. Wade is overturned, more people looking for abortion services are coming to Illinois. Eyewitness News is keeping you connected to the Capitol. Care providers are asking for public money to help deal with the increase in patients. Polling from this week found that the plurality of voters do support the idea of using state taxpayer money to help people coming from out of state.
Second, it is very important to have a robust and sustainable reproductive health system in our state for Illinoisans. If providers are overwhelmed with the need of others who are forced to come here, that can impact Illinoisans.
Governor Pritzker has said he would rather see that money come from the federal government. Right now, the state does not budget any money for abortion providers like Planned Parenthood. The 4th annual Golf Outing for Peace was held today. The event took place at the Montecito Country Club in Rockford. Associated Bank hosted the event. All funds from the day will go to the Family Peace Center. There was a luncheon before golfers took to the course. Renters are looking to buy as rent continues to rise, not only in the state line, but around the country. Coming up, it comes as rents rise almost 12%. And a government shutdown has likely been avoided after the Senate passed a continuing resolution. Coming up at 6, it comes after a controversial provision from Joe Manchin to speed up oil drilling permits was removed.
And our temperatures today have made it into the upper 60s now for the afternoon. Pretty close to where we should be for this time of year, but some cooler weather is coming for later next weekend. I'll break down the details coming up in just a few minutes.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team with Eric Wilson, Mimi Murphy, Scott Leber, and meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
The new housing numbers are out, and the Rockford area once again continues its historic run. This comes, however, despite rising mortgage rates. The home price of an average house in Winnebago, Boone, and Ogle counties hit another all-time high in August, with homes selling at nearly $194,000. That's up almost $20,000 from a year ago. 460 homes sold in August, the most in a month this year. There is some concern rising interest rates could hurt sales. Right now, the average rate on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 6.29%.
So overall, I would say having strong home ownership lends itself to stability within the community, within neighborhoods. We always need, available rentals and things like that because, young people just starting out or, people transitioning to a job, just trying to learn an area. It's very important just to be able to step in and have that flexibility.
Homes are still going fast. On average, a home will sit on the market for just 17 days. With skyrocketing rent costs, more people are considering buying a house. Our Nikel Delgado spoke to a current renter who is soon to be a homeowner. Nikel?
That's right, Mimi. This hike in rent is having people question if renting is the best option. Nationally, rent rose to a record of 11.3% last year, causing renters to jump into the housing market.
Where I was living, it was a rental. I couldn't keep equipment there. So I was, on top of paying rent, I was paying places to keep my equipment.
Soon-to-be homeowner Richard Taverney tells me him and his wife weren't thinking about buying a home until the spike in rent this past year. Richard says renting now is just adding an extra cost.
I knew she wanted it, so I was like, this is the place. And with all the land and the outbuildings, I was like, my business can really grow out here. I can get more equipment. So it was just the right move, the right time.
But after looking through a list of potential houses, they found the one that they can see a future in.
Rent has gone up by up to 50% in a lot of places, and still you can buy a house for, even if the interest rates are going up, it's still less than renting a house.
Realtor Ben Kohlberg says many people think renting is the cheapest way to go, but in the Rockford area, people can be saving more by buying a house, stabilizing a monthly housing payment, along with gaining and growing equity in the process.
People will be surprised that it's actually less expensive to buy a house than to rent a house. And when you're owning a house, you're gaining equity in that house, and in the future you're going to be able to sell that house and walk away with a lot of money.
Richard tells me he's excited to move into his new dream home.
Excited and ready to move and grow my business out there and see where life takes me.
The Taverneys will be closing on their new home October 3rd. Mimi?
All right, thanks, Nikel. Well, nice way to end the work week with sunny skies and comfortable temperatures. Coming up, Jordan shows us the warm-up ahead for the weekend.
Now sports with Reagan Holgate.
It's Friday night, and you know what that means. It's time for more high school football. We're live out here in Rockton for our overtime game of the week. Two of the Nic-10's biggest powerhouses are set to meet up here at Kelsey Field tonight for what promises to be a pretty exciting game. The Boylan Titans are trying to knock an undefeated Hononegah team out of the conference lead, and you can expect there won't be an empty seat in the house tonight. Boylan and Hononegah have split their last 6 meetings. Last year's game came down to a field goal where Hononegah won 16-14. The 5-1 Titans already have one conference loss 3 weeks ago to Belvidere North, and they really can't afford another. They have a bit of a chip on their shoulder after that one, and Boylan's defense has been monstrous ever since. They shut out Auburn last week and recorded 9 sacks.
It's been our emphasis from day one, but once somebody puts 30 points on you like that, you have to take that as a message. And so I think our kids have responded. They responded after that. They responded this past week, and I hope there's plenty of response left for them on Friday.
Just another thing, we're motivated from the B North game. We're humbled a little bit and ready to prove ourselves and show what we really got.
Hononegah, on the other hand, still sits at 5-0 in the conference, but they've fallen behind early in the first half of their last 2 games. Their defense is giving up 20 points on average this season, whereas Boylan is allowing only 9. The Indians have won the conference 3 of the last 5 years, and if they want another crack at it, they are going to need a better start against Boylan tonight.
Pretty sure that was the first thing we said to the kids after the game on Friday is we can't do that this week and expect to be competitive. I don't think it's anything pinpoint. I think it's just we need to do what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, we got to come out stronger than we have been. Obviously against Boylan, they're a really good team.
I feel like that we come out in the second half, we play great. So it's just everything is just a mental thing with us. We just got to come out and play the same way. We keep our heads up in the second half, then we play amazing football. So we just got to keep that going in the first half.
We are excited to give you a recap of this game tonight on Overtime, but we'll also have highlights of the other 4 Nic-10 matchups. Let's take a look at what those are. Both Belvidere and Jefferson are looking for their first wins, so one team will get it tonight. Auburn is at Belvidere North, Guilford plays at Freeport. A win there makes them eligible for the playoffs, and Harlem plays at East. Tonight is going to be a fun one that you won't want to miss. Scott and I will have all the highlights, plus Tim Bailey will join us to break it all down, and I know he's excited to talk about this Boylan-Hononegah game. Make sure to tune in live at 11 on Fox 39. That's sports. We'll be right back.
Weekend looks like a beautiful fall weekend, but the end of your forecast not looking as nice.
Well, it does look like fall. It looks just like middle to late fall by the time we get to the end of the 7-day forecast. We do get clear skies here for the rest of the weekend and overnight tonight on the First Warn Interactive Radar from Rockford Auto Glass and more. But as we look at that 7-day forecast, we are trending much cooler by the time we get to the end of the week. We do get a lot of sunshine leading up to that, but a cold front coming in Wednesday night into Thursday drops our temperatures and brings us our next chance for rain.
Yeah, thanks, Jordan, and thanks for watching. Have a good evening.